Hello, vicarious mercenaries, proxy ninjas, and pop culture PhDs. Welcome to the Rec Room. A day that I expected would eventually happen is here, and I was not expecting it to so soon, but we are about to embark, potentially, how much I don't know, on season 2 of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. So for right now, this is a whatever Wednesday, but there's some new content out. I'll talk about that more in a minute. But man, do I have a lot of thoughts going into this. So this is definitely an earlier time than we normally do. I'm gonna leave that open so we have some time to put into the game. Otherwise, if we don't put more than the usual outing, there is also the possibility of doing a double header tonight. Maybe I'll get back on some Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, but maybe not. It's hard to say. I guess the only thing to take care of New Game Fever is to replace it with new game otherwise or new game content. So I don't know how that's going to go. Um, but yeah, we'll talk about all that in a second. First things first, if you are new to the Rec Room, this is the coolest corner of the internet where you get the rundown on what's going on here with Enforcer Media Productions, whether that be project updates or creative insights. And you also get the breakdown on what makes our favorite franchises tick through the form of commentary and, of course, the long running video game deep dives. So here you get a front row seat to building a franchise from scratch, from the ground up, no industry support. So glad to have you along for the ride. Thanks for being here. I know you've got a lot to pick from out there. So if you do find your way here, welcome. And yeah, enjoy the ride. So you are free to lurk or chat from any platform of your choice, which is Odysee, Pilled, Twitch, or YouTube. I do my best to keep up with comments. So feel free to sound off, but lurking is cool too. Also, watching on the replay is cool, but obviously, if it's not live, I can't quite catch up with you. But either way, glad to have you. So I don't have a whole lot for numbers, and I normally cover that. But to get that out of the way, first things first, thank you for the new follow over on Odysee. So I think that just occurred since our episode of Shadow Tactics last night, which is also on season 2. So technically, this is like our second, maybe third, season 2 since we started back in 2023. I guess it depends on whether or not Turtles counts because they kept throwing more content and changed things up. So Shadow Tactics was our first official season 2, and I guess they'll make MechWarrior the next one in line. And what's crazy is we'll actually get this started without me necessarily foreseeing any changes needed for the Rec Room here, because the Rec Room has been pretty much locked in for quite a while now. And there's not a whole lot. So I think starting fresh without having any changes is going to be kind of cool to have everything consistent if we get this rolling at a normal pace like we did last season. But before I get distracted with that, also thanks to Sheriff Hector for Red Pill support over on Pilled. Much appreciated. So I'll keep the EMP updates to a minimum, but it's usual ongoing progress of how I'm doing on getting book 2 edited and getting it closer to publication time. And so as of right now, we're about 285, 286 pages to go on the first draft. And so that'll, of course, still take me for another couple months here, but then the nitty gritty will be getting other sections that are missing, lots more editing, cover work, and a few other things. And I can't quite tie that one into MechWarrior 5 quite so much, but if you are here for mechs and you want more content like that, well, I can say go check out book 1, Ascendant Chaos, that is available on Amazon, because there are at least 3 styles of mechs in that book, and I refer to them as Razorjacks because, again, I didn't want to infringe on anything MechWarrior or BattleTech related. I know you can't use words, things like droids, just Star Wars or Lucas or Disney, somebody will come after you. So I decided to come up with something unique, but that was definitely one of the key pieces in the battle scenes that happened in there. And so I'm guessing if you're here, you probably like some of the same things. And then also on top of that, I've been working on a side project, which is a little bit more mech and sci-fi related. Now, I probably won't have anything to show for it for a while because making an animation takes a lot of time to get everything baked. And really, the only one I've completed successfully in the last couple years has been the logo for the audiobook over on our Patreon side, and maybe some of these other, little animations and stuff, but these are much smaller form than trying to do a high def, render in any way. So I've been working on that, but I'm going to take it as far as I can, but eventually I'm just going to start running into, queue issues, and I've also got to get going on audio this week, which the reason I'm bringing up audio is because we have, a work in progress audiobook edition on our Patreon page for members. And if anything besides the book, that's the only other thing I promote here for if you want to help out, even though we got t-shirts and prints and stuff too, but prints are only available at shows. And if you want to support, you can check out patreon.com/TheEnforcerOS. Links are, of course, in the description. You head over to the Linktree account. You can find how to get to the Amazon book, the audiobook stuff, the t-shirts, and show schedule and things like that. So lots going on here. Hard to keep up with it all. But we're here almost on a daily basis doing gaming stuff, hoping to connect with those of you out there who have mutual interests. So a little this, little that, a little of everything going on. So, of course, I want to spend most of the time here talking about MechWarrior 5. What is going on with this? So just a few days ago, I think it was maybe Friday going into the weekend, give or take, I see in my YouTube feed something called Shadow of Kerensky. So there's a DLC that popped up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta check that out. So sure enough, I watch it. Now, initially, I thought it was going to be something related to MechWarrior 5 clans. And Bart, I'm going to be a little bit distracted here for a second because I realized I did not put my one featured image in here, so I'm hoping that it is here. Otherwise, I'm going... Oh, you know what? Date sorted wrong. There it goes. Okay, I found it. So Shadow Kerensky, and the reason why I was not expecting to necessarily take this game on again, we started this pretty much like maybe game number 2 or 3 when we started the Rec Room in 2023. So we've been at this for a little under 2.5 years. And MechWarrior 5 was such a long-running title. It reached the point where it was getting to be a chore because there isn't really a completion point. There is so much procedural generation that you can essentially play it indefinitely. Now, it has had numerous DLC releases, which some of we were able to fold into the Season 1, but because of all those distractions, it took a while to get back to the overall story of the game, and then finally, once it got completed, I'm like, it wasn't really all that satisfying, because in part, it seems like it's still drawing a lot from the BattleTech lore, something I know very little about. My only other exposure to MechWarrior and BattleTech has been the Mech Assault games on the Xbox, and I thoroughly enjoyed those. So I like the franchise, but I'm not going to go dig through the book library, try to find those, nor am I going to go back and play the older MechWarrior titles. So this was finally a chance for me to get into like a proper MechWarrior series, and I have enjoyed it. But after doing 80 episodes, it was time to take a break, and I was expecting to probably set it aside for a little bit longer. Now, when I did finally get a PlayStation 5 this year, I installed it. It was one of the first ones I wanted to check to see if there was any variation with the graphics, which I don't know if there's much, if any, because I'm seeing a little bit of artifact stuff, because I do have the PS4 disc in here. Now, I'm going to try to track down just to have a physical copy of the PS5 version, even though that kind of gets invalidated with the number of title updates and DLCs at this point, but kind of want to make it official. So at least for now, we're going to be doing the PS4 version on the PS5, and I'll get the disc version rectified, which won't be that big of a deal. So yeah, there was an update, and it's not for clans. I'm like, okay, I figured the company was moving on, but here we go. So as mentioned, it's called Shadow of Kerensky, and I'm like, that name may or may not mean a whole lot. Like, so to those who know the franchise, maybe it's more, and I heard the name referenced, I think, at one point toward the story mission, and I at least knew the name because the character there on the left is actually one of my favorite characters as a supporting role in the Mech Assault games, and I've since done 3D renders using that as a likeness for a side project I have. Now, it is not necessarily based in, MechWarrior or BattleTech, but the name Kerensky apparently is a name that runs a lot through the franchise, as indicated by a couple references here in MechWarrior 5, and sure enough, if they're going to name a DLC after it, I guess it's kind of an important name. So the cool thing is, I think what's going to start happening is some content which I'm more familiar with from the Xbox side of things is going to start coming in, because what I've picked up from our audience over the last couple of years is that there's 2 major branches to this franchise. You've got the mercenary side, then you've got the clan side. So I think the content from the clan side is different, and that's some of the things that are going to start getting folded into mercenaries here. So they've apparently justified that there's enough life in this game that they wanted to make another go at it. And on top of that, they've also put full-blown cinematics, and this game has been very lacking in some of the character development stuff. Now, it's procedurally generated. It's not like it's, needs it, but it is kind of one of those things from a polish standpoint that felt like was kind of missing compared to most AAA titles. So on the left there, you've got the first like render of the main character you play as Mason, and he's basically just an icon. That's all you ever see out of him, and you hear his voice, but they've actually rendered the key characters here. And of course, in the bottom, you see Rihanna, who is talking in her ear all the time. And I've got a comment about that one here in a second. Uh, but it's going to be cool to see more stuff that I'm familiar with. The cutscenes are great. And there's also even other features like the pilots in addition to the new mechs and things and new gear. So there's a lot to check in here. So as a side note, I don't know if we'll get this into full rotation. Maybe this will replace Delivered All Costs. Hard to say. We'll see how things go here with getting this back up and running. Now, admittedly, MechWarrior 5 is not my favorite franchise. It's not the most dramatic. It's not the most cinematic, but in recent years, as I've discovered, I do like industrial-style franchises, and there's not a lot of them. But here's where what this franchise, or at least this iteration of this game, does really well, and that is giving you the crazy first-person or third-person simulation experience and gives you an open sandbox to do whatever you want with it for any length of time. As we discovered with the amount of hours that we put into the first go around. So I am excited to see the new content because quality of life stuff is always a plus. And if anything, I approve of the model that they were originally releasing a DLC package almost twice a year, and it makes sense that maybe if they didn't do one in spring, either was following MechWarrior 5 Clans, or because they threw more into this one with having the cutscenes and bringing so many other requested updates into the game. So hey, even one a year is pretty solid. So since I knew it was coming out, I was making plans for picking it up right away, and here we go. We have it. So one other side note, this is a great time for me to correct the record of something I was constantly incorrect on. So the other guy next to Mason there, his face is partially blocked by the logo, is that's Spears. I originally thought that was played by voice actor Raphael Sbarge, who did Kaden in Mass Effect and Karth Onasi in Knights of the Old Republic. I was wrong, and I'm like, when I was watching the trailer for Neo Berlin 2087, which came out, or at least the trailer came out a couple weeks ago, I'm like, that voice sounds familiar. Why is it so familiar? And I couldn't place it at first. And then I'm like, oh, that's the guy that played Adam Jensen in Deus Ex Human Revolution. Well, guess what? That's the same voice actor as the guy playing Spears. So I was incorrect for the better part of, well, pretty much for all of the first season. So I'm going to correct that now. And give his character less of a hard time because the other actor was always playing, a little bit more whiny characters. So I figured I'd get that out of the way. And the other side note is that I screen capped Rihanna's face there because so many games are suffering what I'm going to coin the phrase of unreal dead face or unreal sleepy face. If you watch the trailer, the characters' reactions, one, it's fantastic. Hey, they're cinematic, but there's something completely missing with facial expression, probably from about the nose up. They don't blink. They don't move their brows or their cheekbones, and it's something I've noticed so much with so many games that are built on the Unreal Engine, Unreal 5 particularly, that the industry is leveraging generated stuff so much, or motion capture so much, that for some reason it doesn't look realistic. Now, in the past, character models didn't look super realistic with textures or materials, or maybe the polygons were a little bit rough, but somehow there was still a handcrafted process that when they did animation, it looked a little bit more natural. And somehow we've gone the other direction where, texture quality and everything is much closer to being realistic, but something doesn't look right. And that's why the concept of, I know it's been around for at least 15, 20 years, the concept of the uncanny valley. And that's what's going on now. So I wanted to mention that, now Mason, however, his looks a little bit more expressive, but most of the other characters that we've dealt with in this game look pretty dead-faced. So I'm not bringing that up as a complaint. I am happy to have more content and to see that they went all out to put cinematics in here. And I know it's got to be tough for a game that's, 6 years old at this point. and to throw extra content in and to keep it alive. I approve of that, but I'm just bringing that up for, like I said, one of the the deep thoughts on the creative process, that it's something the industry is suffering from, and hopefully in time that maybe there'll be a course correction. I don't know. Either way, not going to give Piranha Games a hard time, because again, new content's new content. But I think that's all I've got to say. So let's check this out. We are probably going to end up playing through the tutorial and stuff again. Just in case anybody's joining us for the first time and wants to follow along. But we should have some new content available, hopefully in short order, even though the other interesting thing is they're extending out the game's timeline. So some of this new content is going to take place after the story, which you would think would normally happen. Usually you get, flashbacks or stuff that will continue a story, which most everything else has been in between in terms of the video game's calendar system, which is kind of indefinite, but it does eventually reach a cap where the clock goes forward, but there's no new events in the news, or it's no longer relevant to when some of the DLC has to activate. So I don't think you guys will be seeing this too much, but I'm definitely seeing a little bit more artifacts in the menu screen here. So I don't know if that's the PS5 doing some emulation. I don't know. So I'm glad this didn't go away here. When I fired it up just to make sure it worked, this little new icon was there, and then when I went to the options, it was gone. So I'm glad for booting it up, it's showing here. So we now have 7 DLC packages. There's Heroes of the Inner Sphere, Legend of the Kestrel Lancers, Call to Arms, Rise of Razelhag, The Dragon's Gambit, Solaris Showdown, and now the Shadow of Kerensky. What I find kind of interesting, especially more noticeable in the small one, is that the Shadow of Kerensky icon almost looks like a Space Invader. The big one, you can kind of tell I could be wrong here, but it's like a Hellcat, or I'm sorry, the Mad Cat or Timberwolf kind of mech, and it might be wrong on that, but it's clearly a mech. It's not a Space Invader, but it's kind of interesting that the shrunken version looks like that. So, not doing co-op. I don't do PSN or anything like the sort, so this is going to be another single-player playthrough, and it's not career. We're going to go through the story mode, because that's going to take us enough time as it is. So here we go. We're starting a new campaign. Would I like to play through the tutorial? I don't really want to, but I'm going to, and for another reason, I really love the starting level, which you never see again after the tutorial.
In 2108,
I'll stop.
humanity began colonizing the stars. Their reach would eventually span a vast region of space known as the Inner Sphere. During its golden age, under the governance of the Star League, the Inner Sphere experienced unprecedented peace, prosperity, and technological advancement. But with a great rise comes a great fall. Beset by greed and mistrust, humanity splintered. The Star League crumbled. Technological advancement slowed. The great houses, each vying for supremacy, turned on one another, engaging in a series of conflicts known as the Succession Wars. Amidst this chaos, mercenaries became the proxy forces for the great houses. Numerous battlefields sprung up across the Inner Sphere, dominated by hulking war machines known as battle mechs. The year is now 3015, and these steel behemoths have become the tools of the mercenaries' trade. It's a lucrative time, yet one beset with perils of all kinds. Only the most skilled and brave among them will rise to become legend.
The stuff of legend. And there's certain things I do miss about this game. having the metal-esque or the rock action soundtrack, not done enough, at least in most of the games that we've been playing. It's great for action stuff. Of course, for any that not familiar, some of the DLC packages activate at certain times, and you got to get your mechs ready. So hopefully, with having a few playthroughs, kind of get a little ready for that. So it's interesting, we're starting out at 3012, so they extended the calendar past 3050, I think, to go into the new content. So you're talking 40 years in space. Alright, so...
Captain Mason, please report to the hangar for testing. The Centurion is waiting for you.
I think they even updated the icons. Whoa. Okay, so here's the part which... this is a starting base, and I just love the industrial look of this. I mean, of course it's sci-fi, but it's not Star Wars sci-fi. It's not Star Trek sci-fi. It's just got the near future, you know, more edgy, look, carbon fiber kind of stuff to it. I mean, this is kind of stuff I would love to be able to replicate, but I can't find enough resources that really match it. You know, I have some, but it's hard for me to figure out what it is about this style I really like, but I've never really explored it too much, again, because you can't come back to it. Got some generic helmets and uniform stuff. Never noticed that there's the shower over here before. Kind of funny if they actually made that, you know, interaction, but of course they wouldn't, because like I said, it's just a starting level. I probably hadn't noticed before the carbon fiber. I noticed the texture on the floor mats, but I don't even know if I noticed that the locker numbers are kind of digital too. So then you got some kind of work area. You got some tablets, tools of the trade. So yeah, and of course I like the I've got this in the Firewall Protocol saga to have the translucent screens. I mean, it's not a hologram, but it is a screen, and it's got all the usual tech. But the interesting thing is, though, that if this, I mean, are we still using traditional keyboard and mouse, you know, 1,050 years into the future? I don't know. My guess would be probably not, nor like typical routers. I mean, I was listening to something, looking at interfaces, and they're like, yeah, you know what, even in movies and stuff, they're never going to get the technology fully right, but if I had to guess, I don't know how traditional it would be. Same thing for a cordless drill. Now, you're dealing with mechs, so a welder of some kind, yeah, but gases, but traditional tools and, you know, socket sets, I don't know. Not faulting it, of course. So this base, yeah, we don't see again. Massive door. You get to see how tiny you are against these things. I mean, you do a little bit in the Leopard, but not quite the same. This base is like huge.
Come on, everyone's waiting. Get to the Centurion at the far end of the hangar, and we'll get started.
Yeah, I can't wait to get rid of this stupid Centurion. Doors are just huge. And this is also one of the things I liked about Bright Memory, which we played recently, is you get the scale of your enemies and stuff are just like massive, and shooters don't do that very often. I only vaguely recall Painkiller and maybe a couple others, which I'm forgetting, but you don't get that kind of experience often in first person. Maybe in your third person action games, but not from a POV standpoint. So it's kind of cool. I've never even explored this area. So you've got a tape, yeah, that would totally stop me. Got sci-fi crates. Yeah, those textures look kind of muddy on those. Those didn't load in. Or maybe they just didn't bother because it's a starting level. I can't jump. Not that I would need to. If anything, I kind of wouldn't have minded if they actually had stuff you could do as a pilot like you could in Mech Assault 2. You could actually get out of the mech, plant bombs if your mech got destroyed. Not a great strategy, but I mean, it's like a last-ditch effort kind of thing. So we got a ladder here, but they're not... Oh, they will let me go in here. They won't let me go up the ladder, though. So, I'm just totally exploring this just because I'll never see it again. So I didn't even... You know, I probably didn't notice that they were working on one up there. The lift. Is there a guy sleeping in there? Bro, get to work. Oh, he's animated. I didn't think he was going to be. Like the first time I played this, I want to come back and explore this. I'm like, oh, I wasn't on the Leopard, was I? Wasn't until the second playthrough where I realized that. They respond. Nope, they just look kind of bored, kind of lifeless. staircase back there. Probably can't go up that way. Oh, it's got a ramp that goes outward? That's kind of weird. Or a bridge. I don't know. This would be crazy if they actually let you do any of this for a tutorial starting level. Alright, here we go. Some massive doors.
Alright, son. Fahad wants us to run the Centurion through its paces to see how it does. He spent months getting it operational again after we recovered it from that ruined factory on Ramen 2.
What a bloody shithole that
Oh, they
place was.
did.
Hopefully nothing explodes during the
His
test,
face is
mate.
different now,
I'm
too.
pretty confident you won't need to eject. No promises though, eh?
He's joking, I think. Go on and power her up. Good. Fahad?
Yeah, bringing up the system now.
That's kind of interesting.
Armor and structure display up.
There we go.
Weapon systems up. Tactical display up. Everything looks good to go.
Keep in mind there's parts on that mech that are at least 200 years old. So ease it forward slowly and we'll see how it goes. And don't forget to hit the brake once you're clear of the hangar.
Oh, this has got...
Go, eh? That's my girl. She's a beauty, isn't she?
Hold on. So, when I was firing this up, I wanted it to go in first-person mode, but there was actually another setting here, which I may have changed inadvertently here. So I want view mode, but no, I don't want this mech control mode, first-person, especially if I've gotten used to the other way.
Certainly is. Okay, engage reverse throttle and navigate into the waypoint I've set up. Use your tactical display to see where you're going.
I know where I'm going if you... Oh, it's behind me, though.
Nice work. Now revert to your drone cam.
Okay. Camera, drone.
Let's go ahead and do a left-right rotation test.
Left. Right. What else do I do? I did left. Did right. Oh, you want me to turn that?
Okay, now let's make sure the torso is working properly. Try looking around in all directions. Good. As you can see, the torso rotates independently from the legs. Your direction of movement, therefore, may differ from the direction you're actually looking.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you check your tack screen, you can see your current leg orientation is represented by the dotted line, and your torso orientation is represented by the cone. Looking good. The mobility course is next. Show me how fast you can get through those turns while still hitting each of the waypoints.
Well, now that I got the controls right, it shouldn't be too complicated. Oh, here we go. An extra lap.
Nice work. The Centurion was made to have a good balance between speed and firepower.
Which it has neither
Now
of.
find out if
They're
the weapon
both
systems
poor.
work.
Oi, what do you mean if the weapons work? You know how long I've spent stripping each one of those components and putting them back together again? They'll bloody well work, mate.
You heard the man. Let's go shoot some stuff. Follow me. You know, back when I was your age, I once slammed the hunchback I was piloting right into my instructor's javelin. Oh man, was he pissed.
Commander Mason?
Yeah, go ahead, Rihanna.
Thought you'd want to know that all repairs to the Leopard have been completed. We're now space-worthy and ready to take on our next contract. How's the kid faring?
Huh. He's a natural, just like his old man.
Make me walk at a snail's pace.
I see humility is still in short supply, as usual. Just don't break that mech. We need it in full working order.
So I guess I never really paid attention now that I know at the end game. I think that's his is a Victor, I think. That would be the one that we get. We eventually find his old mech, supposedly, but again, different color, of course.
Weapon systems are now online, gents. Be gentle, hey?
Always, my friend.
Yeah, right. That's a load of bollocks, isn't it?
All right. I've mapped the autocannon to Weapon Group 1. You're free to fire whenever you're ready.
1. Okay.
Okay. Take note of your ammo levels. Always remember to
Ammo.
manage your reserves. You run out of shells in the middle of a firefight, it could be your last one. Lasers are mapped to Weapon Group 2. Fire them when ready.
We total destruction with a cooldown.
All right, that's good enough. Those lasers generate significant heat. You can see the temperature readout next to your armor and structure display. All weapons generate heat when fired. You overheat your mech during a firefight, and it could trigger a shutdown, so keep that in mind. Now for the fun stuff. Long-range missiles are set to Weapon Group 3. The target lock has been disabled for the moment, but never mind that. Just go ahead and fire at will. Well, as you can see, LRMs don't track unless you have a target lock on something. Yep, they're as dumb as a post without it. Well, let's try targeting a drone first, and this time before you fire your LRMs. Makes a hell of a difference having that target lock, doesn't
Oh,
it?
look at that. They even changed the
Next step is to
icon
test moving and
for the
firing at
cooldown. It has
same
little caution
time.
stripes on it.
Set
Didn't
up a
have that
series of
before.
aerial targets for you. Move through
Forgot about
the
the
air
target
and
lock
combat
element.
course as quickly as you can
Guess I
and
don't
shoot
use
the
missiles
drones
enough.
down. I'll meet up with you on the other side.
Alright, turn the legs around, this slow piece of junk.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Lost. Oh, behind me?
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Called Stealth's checking in. It says back stomping around blowing stuff up. Oh yeah, apparently it was an addiction you just can't let go of. Oh, I missed one. Oh well. See if I get graded on it.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Yeah, anything to make the destructive process more efficient and more eye candy worthy, I guess, right?
Well, nice shooting. Now take up a position by the barricade.
Is this the
I've
expansion?
protected
Well,
3 mechs, each with differing damage profiles. You should see them in the ravine
One
below.
second.
Target the first one on your left. You can zoom in on the target for a more accurate shot if you need to.
so yes and no. I mean, it's like a major upgrade. Like they've already updated the icons, so even basic game stuff is affected. But there's new missions which won't happen till much later, but we should see some of the new content. So I'm starting the game from scratch. We'll see certain things, but to call this the expansion. No, this is pretty much just the tutorial, but there is certainly elements involved.
Destroying the CT will destroy the mech no matter its relative condition. Go ahead and destroy the center torso.
Like this? Kerpow. Nope, not like that. How about with a laser?
See that second mech? Both legs are heavily damaged. With one leg destroyed, mechs become easy targets. Both legs, it's over for them.
Yeah, you would think the torso would fall on the ground, but... Alright, so I can't destroy it till he's done talking. I don't think. I don't want to do it with missiles.
Nicely done. The cockpit on
Headshot.
that mech is seriously damaged. It's a difficult shot to make, especially in the
Not
chaos
really.
of battle.
Not when you got 80 episodes worth of experience.
Is to eliminate the pilot. Go ahead and try shooting the cockpit. There you go.
Alright.
Now we're almost done.
Is one of the updates being able to pick up rocks or use trees as weapons? Now, I'd be impressed. That would be kind of cool.
Head to head with an urban mech. They're slow and poorly armored. Perfect for this particular test. Should be a piece of cake for a pilot like you.
I mean, if they juiced up like the first-person animation, like with the swords and stuff, that'd be cool. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if they did any upgrade to the melee system. Because where's my punching, by the way? Oh, there it is. It's on. I guess that's weapon group 5. I would love to see that, but it's even the melee is pretty clunky, so I'm not gonna hold my breath. Hey, maybe if they stick at it in another 5 versions from now. Okay, I need my fire starter back. Need some speed. Need 124 clicks per hour. Waddling 64. Thing's slower than this is the Annihilator. Or maybe the King Crab. Come on out to play. Minimum range. Alright, I'll blow your cover up. Not dead.
Critical.
It's not that critical.
Yeah, nice work.
Yeah.
I think we can call it a day. The Centurion seems fully fit and ready for battle. Let's head back.
So Pops Mason's icon, I think, is the same because he doesn't have that much relevance to the story. But in case there's anything that story-wise, maybe we'll find out if they unveil or reveal any more of his history. But
yeah, of course we'll have to listen to him gripe about how rough we are on his battle mechs.
Hey, I heard that, mate.
I suppose for having one of the best mechanics in the entire inner sphere.
And fade out. Wow. I was surprised that the icons are updated. So I know one of the things is that you can send pilots to the academy now and improve their skills. They're going to get variations. That's something totally outside of what was available. The pirates are pretty limited. Let's put it that way. Like they had generic skills.
But our contact isn't here. You see anyone, son?
The salvage crates at the last checkpoint were empty. Something's up if they're missing payments.
This is Commander Mason of Major Campbell. Make a note. Looks like someone is gonna need a lesson in paying their bills on time.
That's odd. What the hell?
It's a trap.
Acknowledged. I have a visual.
Evacuating.
We need to take what we have and go. The fastest way is across the swamp. Captain, where are you going?
It's possible they left the cash at the last checkpoint in the city. Let's get the money and run, Commander.
This is reckless. We need to get back to base.
They're distracted with the invasion. We'll be in and out before they know we're here.
Let's hope it's not us they're after.
I have a visual. Yeah, yeah, never mind the forest going up in flames right in front of you.
I don't like
Or the
this.
giant floating tubs in the sky.
This is a ghost town.
Yeah, the whole city blew up for sure.
I can smell the seagulls.
There's nothing here.
Relax. We'll be out of here in no time.
Dude, if the first one wasn't filled, why would the next one be? I can't believe we're playing as such a moron.
Checked. Look out! Incoming air!
Spider. Wow, that's a lot of damage for a spider. Yeah, these cutscenes, well, I mean, these are pre-rendered. These cutscenes wouldn't benefit from much unless they, like, rerun them, which I can't see them doing that. That'd be expensive.
Captain Mason, what's your status?
I'm fine, Commander. Left arm is offline is all.
That was close. Return to base now.
I am not leaving you behind.
We were set up, and you're in no shape to fight. Meet me at the extraction point with the Leopard. Go! Now, Captain!
Damn it. On the move.
You guys don't have jump jets? You can't just walk over that? Come on now.
Commander, an enemy dropship is approaching your position.
Useless sacrifice.
I've got eyes on. Identified. Hunchback and King Crab. Damn it! Brianna, any idea what these guys want?
I picked up some chatter about
Oh,
coordinates of some
I don't
kind.
remember
That
seeing
mean
that.
anything to you?
Coordinates?
Look at that,
No, Brianna. Promise me
Hunchback
you won't
with the
leave
jaws
without
on it.
change. Promise me.
Commander, I promise.
Yeah, send it through the swamp. Great idea.
Captain Mason, what's your status?
I've got a bug on my tail. Get the bay doors open. Coming in hot.
Somebody could have used that bridge, pal. Yeah, especially you blew it out when something has jump jets. Tactical awareness, 0 points.
Casualty count is rising rapidly. Hurry.
En route.
Commander Jake is on board. We're taking off.
We can't leave him here. We gotta get him support. Dad, we're coming.
No, leave now. The Cavaliers need you. I'm leaving you in command. You're going to do great things. I just know it.
Wah. It's all your fault, hothead.
I'm sorry, Captain. I have to get us out of here. Hold tight.
Now, I would be impressed if they find out he's still alive. I think we may have talked about that toward the end of the story in Season 1, but I'm not going to hold my breath, but it would be cool if they did. Alright, now that the pre-rendered scene's out of here, hopefully the other stuff looks a lot better than that, considering that's kind of dated at this point. So 3015, we went well past 3050, I think.
Commander, sorry to wake you, but our sitrep has changed. Head to the bridge as soon as possible.
So I'm being asked, am I ready for another Mech 5 run? Yeah, I kind of stating I don't know. Don't know how much this is going to be in, but if there's enough new content to make it passable, possibly, Did I have 100 episodes? No, it was 80. I mean, it got pretty close. That's the longest running game that we had since the inception of the Rec Room. So, admittedly, I still like this first-person element. That the ship has got personal elements to it. Now, they don't really serve a lot of purpose, but I'm wondering, did they put any new content in here? I don't remember there being clothes hanging up, but I don't remember the cooler either. But I would be impressed if they did some cool new stuff with it. Dress it up a little bit. Bonsai! This is a bonsai tree in here. So did they, now here's the question, did they juice up their models here? Because if they already changed their icon, I'm expecting this to be a new model too. And it looks like it is. So it's better armor. Yeah, it looks a lot better. I like it. I mean, she's probably going to still be obnoxious on the comm. At least she looks a little better. Still kind of sleepy-faced, but, do we have these plants in here? I don't remember having that. That looks the same. That's our interface for the store. See, it doesn't look like he's different. I mean... Oh, his face textures are still bad. This is still the head tracking. Let's see if there's anything noticeable out here. So, they changed the colors on our default Javelin. Okay, can't change anything there yet. There's our busted Centurion piece of crap. I think they changed some stuff. I remember these guys standing here. I remember having the ammo stuff. I'll be impressed if they widened the front staircase. I don't remember there being the shelves with the open boxes. Could be wrong. I'm not talking to Fahad yet. Oh, I can run. That's interesting. It's a little bit of a speed difference. Okay, so if I go out this way, nope, they kept the narrow staircase. Yeah, I still like the style of them, but I mean it's not even a hexagon, you know, weird septagon looking shape or something, but still got the carbon fiber. All right, anyway, enough nerding out over the nonsense.
Commander, good to see you up. We haven't really had a chance to speak since your father was killed. I'm not much for sentimentality, but I worked with your father for a long time. He was a good man. Hell, he sacrificed his life to save ours. I don't know what's going to happen next, but whatever it is, I'd like to be part of it. I'd like to stay on as your ops commander. That is, if you'll have me.
You kidding me? You're family, Rihanna. Or as close as I have now. Besides, I'm gonna need you.
Yes, I suspect you will. About our sitrep, it's not great news. Those bastards that came after us are in the process of setting up a blockade of the system, which means we're going to be trapped here with a tightening noose around our necks unless we do something about it.
Who are these guys?
Another mercenary outfit,
clowns.
by the looks of it. I don't know more than that at the moment.
And these coordinates they were looking for?
Not a clue, but we're going to find out. First things first, we need transport out of the system. That means a jump ship. I sent out a transmission right after the attack through the HPG. The message was for a long-time client of your father's and an old friend of mine. Name is Spears. He has powerful connections. I'm hoping he can help us out. Until I hear back from him, there's nothing we can do except lay low. In the meantime, Fahad wants to see you down in the hangar. The Centurion needs repairs and he wants to discuss them with you. I'll let you know when I hear back from Spears.
Copy that.
So I'd really have to scrutinize to see if they change anything else texture-wise. So here's something I'm usually conflicted about, and this goes all the way back to fighting game era of the arcade stuff. I like to preserve things in their state that they were. I mean, you get and I have to use Street Fighter 2 as an example because the visuals and everything changed. Even character moves changed with each iteration they did, from Street Fighter 2, the Hyper Edition, Champion Edition, Super Turbo, and So there's kind of like nostalgia for each step in the way, and I now feel like this has happened with MechWarrior 5, because even though I believe that this is probably a good quality of life update for like character visuals and stuff, part of me is like, well, yeah, what did it look, you know, how do I go back and see what it looked like before? Technically, you can't unless you throw in the vanilla copy of the game without title updates. So you would have to throw in the physical edition and get no title updates, because the second you get a title update, it's going to overwrite everything. This game had a 1.16 version, which was like 8 gigs. So I'm assuming whatever's needed for DLC and any quality of life fixes are included. You will never go back to the original state unless they were to bake in some kind of customized option. So it's, I mean, to have an improvement in character models for a couple supporting characters is not that big of a deal. Do I really want to go back to our old armor? Not really. I mean, this, I think, is probably a better design, but at the same time, I mean, you know, the original artists picked the armor for a reason, you know, so I guess we'll see how Fahad looks, but I don't know. Part of me is reluctant to have a game like overhaul something like that distinct of a visual and not give you the option to go back and toggle the difference. And I thought that thing had a different paint style, so I don't recall. I don't remember this guy being here. Could be wrong, but I kept looking around trying to find my way back to the other base, and of course didn't realize it was not accessible. Alright. Wrench boy. Yeah, his design looks better. I think I like it. His attitude's probably going to be the same.
Hey, mate. Figured you'd want an update on the Centurion. Took a bloody beating back there, so fair warning. It's going to be a while before she's operational again. Means you're gonna have to get comfortable with the light mech over in Bay 1 for now. She's a good girl. Won't let you down, you treat her right.
I'll do my best.
A javelin.
Heard that before. Anyways, you know the drill. Access the repair terminal.
That light bloom is crazy.
On the work, eh?
I remember noticing it before, but I don't remember it being that strong. Not complaining, light bloom is cool, but it's bright off of that one. Yeah, you can keep working on that for the next 50 years, Fahad. I still don't want it. Give it to the first chump pilot we recruit. Alright. Access a console. Here we go. Alright, let's see if there's anything different. It's going to tell me how to repair. We know how to do that. Next. Repairs. Next. Repairs. Next. Amateurs. Okay. So how much money we got? We got 2 mil. We're gonna pay $75K. Man, I'm not looking forward to the days again of paying out $4 million a quarter. That's gonna be brutal. All right, so repair. 500,000. I don't want to spend that much. Repair it later. Okay, you're gonna make me repair before we can go anywhere? You're just robbing me blind. What is this totalitarian society? Move to cold storage. Screw the objective. Oh, that's interesting. It had a sell option there. I don't think that was on the main menu before. I wonder if that depends on where you stop. Well, now down to 1.5 mil, thanks to these inflated prices. Thanks, slave labor. Or proletariat worker class. Dude, what are you looking at over here? I wouldn't be standing on that side of the missile pod, just saying. Alright. Enough gawking. Alright, now what? Sure, get a full view of the star map here.
Hey, Commander. I've received a transmission from Spears in response to my request for help.
Is he gonna pop
Take
up
a
down
listen.
here?
Rihanna.
Oh yeah,
I received
definitely
your
new model.
message. I'm sorry to hear about Nikolai. He was a good man, and an even better pilot. He'll be sorely missed.
They made him larger
I
now
assume
too.
His son will be taking over
good
the
idea.
operation. Nikolai was always bragging about the boy's skills. Well, I hope he was right. I've begun working on a plan to get you safe passage out of the system, but it's going to take a little time. I expect you already know by now that whoever attacked you has set up a blockade to prevent your escape. It's a large system, though, so we can use that to our advantage. As soon as you receive this, I want you to proceed to the outermost planet in the system. It's little more than a hunk of ice with a few leftover mining operations on it. There's an abandoned power station there. Now, I've got it on good authority that local raiders are using it as a secret cache for their ill-gotten goods. I know you can use supplies and materials for your repairs, and I expect you'll find what you need at that location. I've attached the exact coordinates to this message. Once I have a proper plan in place, I'll contact you again. For now, be safe.
All right, time to suit up, Commander. I've already input the coordinates. All I need is for you to sign off and get us there.
Understood.
Sign up? Or suit up? What am I wearing? My bathrobe? My legs! My legs! I can't see my legs! Where are they? Suit up. Why don't you put a 3D model on? One thing I better do, because I'm not getting in the habit yet. So... yeah, they still got all the icons. They found a way to jam them all in there. Save game. Yes, that one. Wait. New save. There we go. Let's... okay, so I think I was in the habit of... I gotta remember how to, now that I'm on the PS2, I gotta figure out how to do a space here. Nope. Nah. There we go. Alright. I probably could have done that without extra spaces there, but whatever. Alright, suit up, she says. Do I have to go into my quarters here? Probably not. I just need to talk to her, but I figured I'd run her in here anyway. Alright, there we go. So we're starting to get some features back here. Timeline. So yeah, this is what completely cut out when I said the events and the calendar kind of cut off at 2050. So right now it's... no, this isn't it. This is not the news. There's like the news that does that. Yeah, this thing. So does it start at 2030? Nope, this is the beginning. So, oh, good. Going back to this. I don't know if any of this is new or not. Arrested Dragoons executed by order of Anti-American. Now, I mostly didn't read this stuff. It's so lore-intensive. Oh, and look at the next one. It says, the guy got off easy. Kerensky would later say when commenting on the incident. So I question whether any of this is new or not. But the Wolf Dragoon logo is here. That's somehow, I think, clan-related. So-and-so to attend the academy. Or, I mean, you'd have to be hardcore into some of this stuff. I mean, I just kind of scanned it once in a blue moon, but otherwise I don't get it. Yep, this is the updater icon for all these, too. So this would be our first mission. We got 50,000 out of that, and still only 10% of what we just paid for stupid repairs. So it's probably not that good idea to change this yet. We're going to probably want to roll with, I guess all we get is lasers. Now, every color you want as long as it's green. Yeah, so we'll leave that alone. Alright, so we'll accept this. Contracts. Gonna tell me how this works. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Base payout, C-bill payout, base, blah, blah, blah. Total potential, salvage shares, damage coverage is insurance. Interesting. So, yeah, that Spears face looks weird from an angle there. And that's with Interstellar Expeditions. Okay. I guess we'll accept that. 30 tonnage limit. Imagine that. So we've only got 1 point to work with? Yeah, so do I want... well... yeah, you know we'll get salvage anyway, so yeah, let's get a higher payout for starters here. Oh, look. Oh, they didn't change his icon. See, he's still got the helmet and everything, so I guess when we eventually see him in the cutscene, he'll end up looking a little different. So difficulty 5. Why not start at 1? No point changing the mech. Can't really change the pilot. I Can't remember. I don't think we pick up a new pilot till later. We get the what's his name? So we got Mason. What's his name? Freeman. All right, here we go. First actual mission of season 2. Oh yeah. Missed the good old start up here. This mech bay looks a little empty. Now, if I recall, the bay was reflecting the lighting of the planet. Now, sometimes it was really dark, so I guess we'll see if that still holds true. Yeah, textures, no major update.
The abandoned power station is located on the other side of the ridge. You should be able to make your way through the pass undetected. That javelin you're piloting is lightly armed, Commander. But what it lacks in firepower and armor, it makes up in speed and mobility. I'm sure you wish the Centurion was repaired and ready to go.
Nope.
For this particular mission, though, the Javelin is the mech best suited for the job. And hey, it has jump jets. They could come in handy.
Good try, Rihanna, but I'd still rather have the Centurion.
No, no you would not. Don't buy the propaganda. Okay, new mech. Rule number 1, change the weapon group. So, if I'm not concerned about overheating, let's do that. And then Rock'em Sock'em number 2. Yes, 4 lasers at a time. That's how we roll. Of course, some of these smaller mechs bounce around so much, so... Sorry, I don't provide antacid tablets or anti-nausea remedies.
Being used by these raiders is derelict, Commander, but you can bet its perimeter defenses won't be. My guess, the raiders will have turrets stationed around the perimeter. If that's the case, it means they must have a generator close by. Find and destroy that generator before assaulting the plant, and you'll have a much easier time of it.
Alright. Ooh, did they put extra text on there now? They did.
Heads up, Commander. I'm detecting enemy units up ahead.
That's going to make it a little easier to know which targets you're going for, because some of those bounty missions were like very difficult to know like which item you're going for. You can see it in the upper right, but it was only if it was targeted, I think.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Oh, I'm already getting shredded here.
Target acquired.
Wah, wah. Good old tunes here.
Target destroyed. Target
Punch you.
acquired.
Could you just go through the rock?
Target destroyed.
Gonna have to jump.
There's a large chunk of ice blocking the path down to the generator. Use your jump jets to get over it.
Oh. That hurt my legs.
Target destroyed. Jump jet fuel.
And I'm stuck on something. And break my fall.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
What was that, chopper? Yep.
Target destroyed.
Perfect. With the generator blown, the turret should be disabled now.
Oh, it is, yeah. I was wondering why I couldn't lock onto it. Yeah, not noticing anything different, but environment-wise. But they added 17 new planet outlooks. A lot of them look pretty similar, different variations, maybe sky color versus terrain. But hey, I mean, it gives a little more visual variety at least. So, yeah, no complaints there.
Okay, there's the geothermal power plant up ahead. There's a number of storage buildings in and around the plant itself. I suspect that's where they're storing their loot. Time to smash and grab, Commander. Once you locate a storage crate, mark it for pickup, then move on to the next building.
Oh, I didn't get him.
From my initial scans of the site, I've marked where I think the crates could be located. Look there first.
Could be. Can we do a little better than could be? There's one. I had nothing to do there.
Good work. Marked for pickup. It appears the derelict plant has a network of backup generators running. Destroy them if you can.
Target destroyed.
Waiting on the lasers. Waiting on the lasers.
Target acquired.
I improve my refire rate.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I guess. You know what? Let's try this. Let's see if I do. Let's. I think punching I do alternatively do that way. And I'm not waiting for every laser. Oh, you know what? I still missed one over here.
Target acquired.
See, I can't necessarily get a vehicle with two.
Target destroyed.
There we go. See, that's a little faster that way. Overkill to do 4 at a time, but ooh, tanks. So, of course, I still can't see everything on my screen. This game has it within safe area for the output, but this TV does not like showing it correctly.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Good work, Commander.
There we go.
That's the last of their power generators.
So far. No, we got company.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
You mean just walk up to it and then hold the X button for 3, or the square button for 3 seconds?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
There we go. Alright, now where are we going? Oh, is that the other one over there? Giant bug zapper.
Alright, that should do it. Go ahead and meet me at the exfiltration point. If you see anything worth blowing up on your way out, say a weapons depot or something, I won't object.
Understood.
Yep, hostiles. We got company. Good old party crashers. Well, I guess I'll step on it. That'll work. Okay, if this is the level I recall, we eventually ran into opposition on the way out. Unless I'm confusing with a later one. Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, there. Can I destroy this? Yeah, that's close. Of course, this thing's too small in order to really do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, you run. Run, tank. That's gonna take forever. So I need machine guns. Yeah, it's so exciting to destroy this over again in snail fashion. Punch it.
Nicely done, Commander.
There.
That should teach them a lesson.
No cable TV for you.
And I'll pick you up.
Target destroyed.
Oh, getting in the red here. We still gotta fight something.
Target acquired.
Targets acquired. That didn't work.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Yeah, that's right. You can't save mid-mission, so... Can't remember how the save points work here. Get shivved. Maybe not.
Nice work, Commander.
Okay, combat must be the next one.
We were able to recover the materials we needed from that raider cache, and Fahad has already started the repairs to the Leopard and Centurion. You've made him a very happy man, though I doubt he'll admit it.
Yeah, that'll last about 30 seconds until he sees what I did to the javelin. I am green. 600,000, good. Takes care of the other amount we lost. Alright, 3 salvage points. Lasers, medium, machine guns. Yes, I'll take a couple machine guns for starters. And lasers. Alright, 46,000, not too bad, other than it's going to cost us more out here. Thank you. Nice work, she says. Alright. Speak to whiny boy. Alright. I guess it'll warp me there. What do you want? Is it fixed?
Hey, boss man, that was quite the haul you brought back. Gonna make the repairs a bit easier now. But don't go getting stars in your eyes or nothing. I'm overworked as it is, and this ship needs a lot of loving, eh? So your Centurion is still gonna take plenty of time to fix. But yeah, like I said, nice job out there. Your old man will be proud. Now if there's nothing else, gonna get back at it, alright? Lot of work to do. Story of my life.
Yeah, at least you're not in the combat zone. Alright, do I need to start this now? How much is this going to cost me? An extra 10. Not the end of the world. Might as well get it started, though. Let's change the paint job. Yeah. So, are these all new, or were these original? I don't remember. Polygon. What about a regular camo? I don't remember the Snowfall one. Storm Surge. Oh, yeah, Storm Surge had that. That was there. Virus Woodland. There we go. I'll deal with the colors later. Yes, still easier than painting miniatures. We'll get some Enforcer colors going later. I'll have to end up saving the saving stuff. All right. Also, while I'm at it. All right, we'll walk upstairs. Now what?
Good work with those raiders, Commander. While you were planetside, I got word from Spears about the plan he's put in place for us. Take a listen.
Rihanna, Commander, good news. I think I can get you safely past the blockade with the aid of a local mining company. To make everything work, I'm gonna have to find you guys a recycled mercenary identification number. A new identity, essentially. Nyx Cavaliers, for all intents and purposes, no longer exists. I'll match that number to a new name of your choosing once the time comes. So, think about what you want to call yourselves. While I arrange that, you're gonna have to do a little work for the mining company in exchange for their cooperation. Things go well, they've agreed to hire you to transport some precious cargo out of the system aboard an inbound jump ship. Using the new mercenary ID and with a legitimate contract in hand, you should have no problem slipping through the blockade. I've attached the particulars to this message. I'll be in touch once you've completed the mission. Good luck.
I already reviewed the information Spears sent. The mission is a straight-up protect and defend op. Seems these raiders have been harassing the mining company, among others. Stealing from them, extorting them, killing innocent civilians when their demands weren't met. I've uploaded the pertinent details into the mission briefing, so I won't repeat them here. You're good to launch anytime, Commander.
Roger that. I'll see you on the other side.
See, that's where his voice acting fell kind of flat initially. Some of those were a little rough. All right. So the transmission is just the announcement of the contract, then we got to go pick the contract. So we're not quite out of generic navigation mode yet. We still gotta get out of the system, but let's at least try to get some of these knocked out. Try to figure out what that icon is. I can barely see in the upper left corner there. Anyway. Okay. Let's do this. So 200K. So yeah, so the defend mission means we might likely be deal with some threats here. So let's do that.
Mind the weather, Commander. It'll compromise your visibility.
So yep, so this is the only mech we have. And I gotta wait, so advance the clock. Yeah, it's a little darker in here again.
Stand clear.
Sensors online. Systems nominal.
Okay, Commander. We know very little about these raiders' overall strength or sheer numbers, so keep a sharp lookout for enemy units on your approach to that settlement.
Copy that.
Some of the liquids and stuff are more reflective, so that might be true of the inside of the Leopard. So maybe, again, don't know if it's an update or if it's something maybe baked into being on the PS5 and with its capacity. But it does look like there's some slight visual improvements. Because the Leopard floor was actually reflecting the walls. It's not at 100%, but it says 100%.
There's the settlement up ahead, Commander. Looks like the raiders have already begun their attack. Get in there and protect those civilians.
Target acquired.
On my way.
Please help us. The raiders are attacking our settlement. There are women and children here.
Rihanna,
looks like they did,
sensors.
I think the raiders have set up some sort of jamming device nearby. I'll see if I can locate it.
Target
some of the
acquired.
icons are different, I think, even for those other contacts.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
So we're still at 97% here. That's not very good shooting without auto aim on. Or it is on, and it's still not helping me, so it's pretty bad.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Right. Giving us the enemy count here? Not really.
Target acquired.
Don't clip the building.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target
What are you doing hiding over here?
Target destroyed.
Oh, where's shipping this? I'm not taking any hits.
Target acquired. Target
There
destroyed.
we go. Who's hitting this thing then? The hitting outlying section that counts?
Target acquired.
Commander, the settlement is taking significant damage.
Oh, here we go.
You need to clear out these raiders now.
Target destroyed.
Thank you, Major Obvious.
Nice work.
Cooldown time
These
sucks.
civilians are safe for the moment. Unfortunately,
For now.
it appears the raiders aren't done causing trouble just yet. They're headed for the company's main processing facility on the other side of the mountain. You need to get there and thwart that attack, Commander.
Understood.
Well, see, now I can step on stuff now that there's no longer a health bar for it. Man, even at least at a smaller resolution, it still looks good. I mean, this game, I gotta admit, from a simulator capacity, not many games pull this off. You know, from a non FPS kind of thing. I know FPS games look pretty good, but it's not many any other genre. Most mecha games are third person with all the speed kind of stuff going on. Oh, now we're getting some sensor distortion here.
Rihanna, my sensors are getting worse.
The jamming device the raiders set up is at the top of this pass, Commander. You're going to have to manage as best you can until you're able to take it out.
Target acquired.
Yeah, this one was kind of a timed one. Well, not timed, but man, they start chipping away at it really quick here. So let me get rid of this.
Target acquired.
Some shooting in the back.
Okay. With that jamming device eliminated, your sensors should have...
You
cleared
got a
up.
tiny laser.
Yeah, much better.
Your onboard radar should also be operational now. You'll be able to detect enemies at a significant distance. Just in time, too. That mining facility is getting hit hard, Commander.
Well, why is she walking me all the way down there? See, that's the problem. Like, I ain't walking that way. Careful, breaks a couple neck legs.
Jump jet fuel low. Jump jet fuel empty. Target acquired.
There we go.
There's the facility. Destroy those radar units.
Working on it.
Roger that.
perhaps if he didn't send me the wrong way.
We need your help. The Raiders
He's
are
not
trying
looking
to
too good.
destroy our facility. It's all we have.
That's right. I'm a mercenary, and I'm here for the altruism. I mean the cash.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Get off that. Punch you if I have to.
Target destroyed.
Got problematic, I think, once the choppers get in.
That Igor is a piece of heavy machinery with tons
yes,
of firepower.
Igor.
If left unchecked, it will do a lot of damage to the settlement. You should
Working on it.
prioritize taking it out over the smaller enemies.
Got it.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Quit locking on the other piece of garbage. I got an angle lock here.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
It seems like it wanted to lock on, then suddenly... don't hit the tower.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Good work, Commander. That should make the mining company happy. Prepare for exfil. I'm on my way.
Oh, we're done? Excellent. Okay, so that's not the one where we have to fight something yet. Heat sink, that's what I need. I need the heat sinks for those lasers. Ooh, no longer green. I am going from green to unknown, which seems like unknown would be less than green, but whatever. Okay, so not quite ready for an AC5 yet, but I will take perhaps more lasers. Let's get another machine gun, maybe a medium and a small. What is this? Imminent threat. Oh, that's just the... I guess I don't remember these visuals. I don't know if maybe they spruced any of these up or not. I just can't remember. It's only been a couple of years. Alright, I don't need to talk to her yet. I want to get my stuff repaired. Can I advance the clock here? Timeline? I can't yet. I gotta speak to her. I go to speak to her and it put me down there. I didn't want to talk to Fod. No need more whining.
Commander, it turns out the bastards who attacked us and who have set up the blockade are a mercenary outfit by the name of Black Inferno. Unfortunately, that's about all we know at the moment. Spears and I will try to dig up more information if we can. The time will come when we can extract some proper vengeance. But right now, we have more pressing concerns. Infernal forces are closing in on our location. That means we only have a small window in which to fulfill our obligations to the mining company and haul ass out of here. The company wants us to take down the raiders for good by destroying their base of operations. Once that's done, they'll arrange passage for us aboard the inbound jump ship. I've detailed the mission briefing and it's waiting for your sign-off. You're free to launch whenever you're ready, Commander.
Roger that.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, timeline. Yeah, I think we can now. Okay, yeah, it'll let us. So, use transmissions. Oh, we got 2 now. So, the Centurion's ready. Not that I wanted, but yeah, anyway. So, we'll accept that. Accept that. He's just telling us. Let's get some modifications done here, if we can. So we've already got 2 medium 1 lasers, but we probably don't have any hands to work with here. So I guess I don't really need to change a whole lot. I could maybe get this repaired if I advance the timeline here. Okay, now... Oh, I've already got level 1s on it, and I can't do anything else. So I guess if all I can do is lasers, I'm not putting any machine guns on this thing. Ooh, heat sink, though. Ah, but it's maxed. And it's got heat sinks on already. You got 5 heat sinks and you can't figure out how to fire faster? I'd have to sacrifice a jump jet, and I don't really want to. I'll leave it alone. Boo. Okay, so I guess there's not a whole lot else to do here. I guess maybe I'm taking the Centurion next time, depending on complete takedown. Alright, so also in the process here, uh, 01, 03. I guess we'll take this one. So I'd want to take the Javelin, but it's saying tonnage limit 50, so it's pretty much likely that we want the Centurion here. Now we got a little more to pick from, so let's go Seabill and... Oh, you're giving me 3. Let's do that and that. Damage coverage. Get us out of the system, we'll have plenty more to work with here. Alright, yep, so it's... unfortunately Centurion time. And we have no other pilots, or mechs, or brains, or cash. Yeah, so if you look at the floor there, the floor is so shiny that's reflecting the wall. I don't think it did that natively, either on the PlayStation 4 or whatever, so... This is built on the Unreal Engine, so there could be the capacity that maybe just by changing the hardware, maybe it's got a little bit more default setting to say, okay, if it's of type metallic, increase bloom, increase reflectivity.
Don't show them any mercy.
Nope. Oh boy. Oh, he's gonna use a fantastic line. Now it's gonna be funny. Not really. Okay, lasers primary. Missiles tertiary, ballistics secondary, and then... Oh, we got different kinds of hands. We'll just put both those on 4. It will toggle them anyway.
You get the horns.
Bull, get the horns.
Exactly. I got enemy contacts up ahead, Commander. They must have detected us on the way in.
Target destroyed.
Let's get a better vertical angle on this one. Securing the engines. I keep forgetting that's the Leopard taking off behind us, not like it's a new one coming in. 64 clicks and under sucks. So slow. Have some missiles. Okay, EM weapon, huh?
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Hide in the corner. Yeah, see, I'm just getting shredded already. And if this is the one where I gotta fight something, then I have a problem. Missile me.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Igor inbound, Commander. Keep an eye out above you.
Target destroyed.
Above, she says. That guy. Don't land on me. See, that's something I never get tired of. Just watching that happen in first person and, like, seeing that rain down. Oh, yeah, I do remember this.
Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
There's the raider base. Eliminate all enemies and raise it to the ground, Commander.
Copy that.
I'm behind me. Who did that? Where are you?
Target acquired.
Mediums can't quite walk through stuff, but I'd be better off than the javelin.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
Punch you. I know you guys are behind me.
Target acquired.
All ground forces have been eliminated. Time to finish
It all hit
destroying that
the
base,
mountain.
Commander.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target
Oh,
destroyed.
still more. There you are.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target
Overkill. Oh, what'd I lose? Lost me an arm. What am I doing on ammo?
target acquired.
Alright, Chopper. Where are you? Over my head.
Target destroyed.
Okay, let's finish this mess. Walk through these.
Excellent work, Commander. Now
That
get to the
tank's
extraction
a little stuck.
zone.
Roger that.
Extraction zone, and by that she means where you gotta fight something. Have to go around the corner. Ooh, let's go back the way we came. Stuck me in a horseshoe.
Target acquired.
Boom! That's some aim assist. Get out here.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Take that, VTOL. So I still got my weapon. How did I still have my weapons if I lost the arm? Must have been. These must be chest mounted or something then. Ugh, slow walk.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I'm detecting an unknown battle mech fast approaching your position. Very fast. When you see it, get a sensor lock on the target.
Copy that.
Remember your combat training, Commander. Enemies will
Combat?
have a harder time hitting you if you keep your mech moving.
That's rule number one of any first-person shooter.
And keep to longer ranges. Looks like these These raiders somehow got their hands on a spider mech. It's
Not a
fast,
spider.
but lightly armored. Avoid letting it get behind you.
I took its leg out already. Let's go for a headshot here.
Nicely done, Commander.
Perforated.
Get to the extraction point, and I'll pick you up.
I did go for a little extra salvage. I don't know if it'd be enough to get that or not. But... Spider over the Centurion. I think that was the mission I was thinking of where we had initial conflict in the singular mech. Alright, let's see if that's enough to get us out of the system. 725k, a decent start. Alright, no mech though. So if I recall, the jump jet class is based, so the larger number is the lowest one, so technically an assault would use a jump jet class 1, I think. I'm trying to remember how that works. So we don't have any 2s and 5s. They're all 0s, of course. Let's go with a 5. I guess we'll go with a 6. We don't really need the extra jump jets yet. Let's grab some 2s with some redundance. And another laser. 100k in damage. He's gonna be a little ticked about that one. So we took it out, but he didn't give us an option to take it with us. Nope. Alright, what's he gonna yell at us for now? Blew its arm off.
Hey there, Gov. I hear we finally got a name for these bastards who've been chasing us down. Black Bloody Inferno, eh? Well, that's a load of bollocks, isn't it? You know what a Black Inferno is? It's bloody smoke, mate. All right then. Nice chat. Gonna get back to work now.
Yeah, thanks. Comprehensive conversation there.
Hi, Commander. Thanks to your efforts, the mining company have kept their word and booked us transport on a jump ship. Spears has also obtained a new mercenary ID number. So, all we need to do now is choose a new name for our Merc outfits, and we're good to go. I'll leave that up to you. Once you've registered the new name, come back and see me.
Will do.
Okay. I'm gonna save before doing that. Not like I'm really gonna change my mind, but can't remember what I did last time. Doesn't really matter, but 01. Oh, hold on. Trying to go for consistency here. Don't like how I had that space in the first one. Alright. So now, head to your office. This is the only time we need to use the office, and we want to name the crew. Yeah, logo options suck. 19 means they probably didn't put anything new in here. So you got Molotov cocktail, some kind of chevron, some kind of planet, snake around the world, sun, boar, banana boar. Looks like bananas coming out for tusks. Dual hatchets, and yeah, skull, comet. Yeah, no. World on a fork. Boxing glove with barbed wire. Classy. The key. Yes, the key to the operation. Falcon. So I think either one of my playthroughs I went with that one, but I kind of like the star pattern better there. Kind of looks like a rank. I'll go with that one. Sorry if it's not original from the first playthrough. Okay. I'll go Wrecking Crew or Wrecking Company. Let's go. Oops. There we go. Racketeers or something in the past. Okay, that's done. Yeah, such a fulsome use of our office here for naming things.
Okay, Commander. Everything is set for our departure. The transport contract with the mining company is a false flag Spears and I set up with their cooperation. The mining company has legally hired us to transport cargo for them. But in reality, there is no cargo. Just a destination and some very convincing paperwork.
So, where are we headed?
We've been asked by Spears to help him out of a jam. I think we owe him.
I agree. What's he need us to do?
Spears works for Interstellar Expeditions, one of the largest archaeological collectives in the Inner Sphere. They do archaeological digs and conduct research into abandoned Star League-era facilities in the pursuit of lost technology from before the Succession Wars.
Before the Succession Wars.
Dig sites has come under attack. A rogue
That'd be
mercenary
older
group is
technology
intent
that's
on
not as
pillaging
effective.
a Star League supply depot that IE uncovered on Brookland Prime. We're going in to help protect the site. Spears will provide more detailed information on what exactly we're facing once we arrive. For now, I've uploaded the coordinates into the nav system. Before we can launch, you need to sign off on the op and get us to the system.
Roger that.
Okay, so that could commence the first option here. So I kind of want to save that for next time. I'm thinking I got an idea here for new title next, whatever that'll be, but so let me at least see what this console is going to look like here. Oh, so we don't have the star map yet. Oh, so yeah, now we have the travel option. Okay. Ah, something we didn't get to pick. Okay. Now, the one thing I'd appreciate if they fixed most was the glitchiness of the loading screen. It's sad to say is the one thing I would like to see improved is that, you know, granted, a lot of other things would be more important, gameplay, character, audio, etc. But this loading screen right here just to glitch out so much. It's pretty smooth though. This one also a little janky too. Alright, so I'm going to hold off on this one until next time. We got through all the tutorial stuff, and that once we got everything named, we're in pretty good shape here. So we're up to 3 mil. We go 75,000 in about 20 days on the map there. Should have got this thing started. It's going to cost another 110. And so let's look at the news here. See if they're already rolling out news articles. Com 1B, the commando. Older that direction, so we can't touch the star map yet or anything else. So I think we're probably gonna need to at least get the next mission and maybe a couple other things in before they really give us full control. But what I'm kind of thinking, I gotta check see if there's anything relevant on my phone. The other thing is I might do a little ninja guide tonight. It's still kind of early, so if I have the energy, I can put up with another 45-minute long boss fight. So yeah, I think we'll call this one here. Save. Brookland. right, return the title. So it's not a lot to necessarily know what we're getting for changes yet. But, I mean, it is evident through both the model changes, the icon changes, that they did put a lot into this one, more so than before. Because, I mean, usually everything else we've got for DLC stuff in the past has been, okay, here's new missions, here's new mechs, which didn't require a lot of changes to the base game. Now we're actually seeing changes to the base game, which I like that. I mean, again, conflicted on the old, not having access to both the old and the new, but I think the new is a pretty good improvement so far. And I'm looking forward to see what the star map looks like, so hopefully we should be able to get everything else knocked out of the way to start that next. And again, of course, the question is, when and how often is this going to happen? I don't know yet. We'll keep that kind of flexible for the time being. I also forgot to mention at the top of the episode, so this was episode 1 coordinated launch. So getting a season 2 going alongside the DLC. And trying to think if there's anything else. Not too much. Appreciate everybody who's been checking it out. And thanks to Call to Stealth for chiming in for a bit on Twitch, and anybody else who's watching after the fact. And if you're not already tracking, hit the follows and subscribes, and that way you can keep tabs on what we're doing, because there's usually lots of stuff going on during the week, even possibly some more stuff this evening. But that'll do it for now. So have a fantastic one, and see you soon.